Hello and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. And in the last episode, what I did is I took all of that wonderful platinum we mined on Mars and I placed it into our refineries. And using, oh god, it's getting dark in here, using these yield modules, I actually spread it out to all of them because it was taking so long. I put yield modules on everything. I put all of the platinum in there, and it's continuing to be refined, as we got a bunch of it. So if we take a look at all the refineries, you can see 44,000 there, 33,000 there, 41,000 there, and they're just chewing through the platinum. It's going to take them a long time to do it, but it is definitely worth to get as much platinum as possible so we don't have to go back to Mars anytime soon. Batteries are recharging as the solar arrays are turning into position for the day, but the fun part of today is that I got enough platinum to get a shield on the fighter. So we take a look at the back here. We've got a little shield compact emitter, and beside it we have a shield control unit. So both of them need to be on the ship, and they need to be on the exterior of the ship, so you can't like bury them into the ship. It's sort of the little bit of balance that this mod has is that it is an easily shot off component if your shield goes down, which I kind of like. The fact that you can't basically hide your shield in the middle of your ship and cover it with armor and stuff like that, so it will survive until it comes back up if it goes down. But today, it is the day for hunting. I don't see anything in the sky, but what I plan to do next is we need to build two things. We now have a little fighter that we can use to go and harass things and shoot things out of the sky, although eventually I will upgrade this to a more kick-ass fighter. We need a hauling ship, which could be a version of this. This thing probably needs a complete rebuild, as it is just sort of turning into this Franken monster of a ship that is just doing everything I need it to. We could use this ship with some changes to it, or we could build a new one that is going to be a hauler. And what that'll do is I'm going to have ships and stations like that defense installation and stuff, and if I remember correctly from some of my expeditions, there's a base over the horizon on that direction. I need something that can pick up wreckage and bring it back to the base so that I can put it into a grinder pit. And I think the grinder pit is going to work perfectly right off the base here. So it'll just be a nice extension to the base, a pit in the ground that'll go down on an angle and just be filled with grinders, and then all I have to do is just fly over here, drop whatever materials I want into it, and then it'll be ground up and then automatically put into my resources. I think it'll be awesome, because I could build it here, but I kind of want to keep this as a parking spot for the various machines that I have that have a back-facing connector, which this is where I'll probably park the hauler, right in here. But for now, we need to test out our shields. So we'll park in here. Let's turn off our recharge on our battery, unconnect, and turn on our thrusters, and we are good to go. Everything's already charged up, as it charged up while we were connected to the base. Gatling turret doesn't have ammo. Why don't you? Let's spread some of this ammo around to make sure everybody has ammo, because we can't have that now, can we? Mm, 12 boxes there. If we go through all of this ammo, that's ridiculous. All right. So now, we have something flying. Let's go hunting. So as you can see on the bottom left there's a little shield icon with some things around it. We take a look at our shield control. we've got a maximum shield HP of 43,000, and if we change our charge rate, that max HP here changes. So the slower your shields charge, the more effective HP you'll have. So we're probably going to set the shield charge rate down as low as possible, just so that it's going to be as most health as we need. As realistically, I'm not looking for this ship to just be constantly recharging. I'm not going to be in a battle for a long time. I'm going to go into battle, I'm going to do a decisive strike, and then get out again. And then I can go and dock and wait at the base while it uses the base's batteries to recharge. But we can see there it is recharging. We're going to set this to low reflective, as so it's not too shiny. And yeah, I think we're good. So you can just see that light bubble around the ship. So what do we got going up here? We got a transport courier. So let's head on up. We got an hour of battery time to charge up the shield, which is just fine because we're using hydrogen to fly. So you don't have to really worry about the battery that much. We'll switch into our camera and zoom in and take a peek at what we have here. Now, the ultimate goal is to take out whatever lift thrusters it has. We're getting a little close to it. We're not ready for this yet. I wanted to check one thing, which is my turrets. Make sure they're all set to max range and shoot everything. Okay, good. Let's go in. Let's go in from the bottom. We're going to try to take out its bottom thrusters. That is our ultimate goal here, so that we can shoot down. Yeah, there we go. Incoming fire. But thankfully, our shield is absorbing it. Oh, geez, we're actually going quite fast here. Pop into our camera view. Take out the turret there. Let's try to blow the thrusters off. There's one thruster. We'll take care of this other hydrogen thruster. Okay, let's back off a little bit. You can see that our shield is taking damage and overheating a little bit. And I need to make a group for my... that's my thrusters. I need to make a group for my turrets. So what is this thing? This is fighter. So we'll go fighter turrets, just so that I can turn my turrets off. Because I don't want to be pounding this thing when I don't need to. Oh, jeez, my little thing is fast. It's got so much thrust. Okay, so this thing isn't moving anymore. And I want to just take out enough thrust that it has trouble hovering. I don't want to completely cause it to fall like crazy. Oh, which that might have been. There it goes. Transport courier is going down. We're going to follow it down here. Ooh, man, it's getting going pretty quickly here. The unfortunate part of knocking down these ships is that, yeah, they kind of fall. We may want to do this a little more controlled in the future, where we shoot out its stuff and then put some parachutes on it and then cause it to fall. But this is fine for our first kill. And curse smash. Excellent. Alright, let's go in and see what we have here. Ooh, it's made a very nice dent into the ground. We'll just leave our ship to hover just above the ground here, as we have plenty of ice. Do we? We should have plenty of ice. Oh, yeah. And let's see what we can do about this. Now, the scary part would be turrets that are still inside the ship. So what we want to do is we want to disable the power. We can start by taking care of some of these thrusters to hopefully give us access. What is this thing here? We got a O2, H2O2. We'll, come on. Take it down below hack and bring it back up, and now I can access it. Alright, so we can see what's inside the ship. There's 3 batteries. And that is it. We'll take a look for turrets. And there are none. So there are no more turrets on this ship. So we're safe. We can just go ham at taking it apart. And this ship is not really equipped to be a salvage ship. We do have, if I'm not mistaken, a cargo container, right? Or do I not? I certainly don't. All we have really is a connector. So the fact that we've gotten this ship and it is dead. 67,000 ice. Nice. What I think we should do is we should actually leave this ship here. We're going to set her down. We're going to turn off our thrusters and let her sit there. And turn our turrets back on? No, the turrets are just going to blast the thing away. I was going to want it to be like a little defense sentry, but no. They're just going to shoot that thing. So we're going to take this back to the main base. Crap, this thing's got a lot of acceleration. Oh my god. And we're going to park this thing up and grab the welder ship, replace the welders with grinders, and come back and salvage it. Oh god, it's way too fast. Let's pitch up to slow down. Excellent. We got our first kill. Well, thankfully, it was a very easy kill, as that thing only had basically an interior turret on the bottom of it. We'll come up for parking here. Excellent. Arrange ourselves. And lock, turn off, turn the batteries on, recharge, and let's... Did the turrets just shoot? I just turned them back on. Did they they actually shot. You bastards. Well, that's not nice. They damaged my ejector. Oh god, no wait. I undid that one because it was stupid. Okay. Get rid of my stuff here. What else did it hit? Stupid turrets shot the moment that they turned them back on. Oh well. Now, we'll go grab our worker ship. Out. Take these welders off. Ooh, there was some stuff in there. Let's let's put that onto the ship somehow. I'll just throw it into the base here. Inventory. So much bulletproof glass. Oh, that's one thing. I need to empty the ship. Because I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff in there. Whoa. Alright. So let's open up the G menu and go for grinder. Grab that. Let's grab what we need for a couple grinders. And let's throw it on here. Oh, I need small steel. I didn't grab the right version of it. There we go. Now I got everything I need. So yes, the grinder will be a good way to, the grinder pit will be a good thing in the future, but for now, we just need to get this grinder. So I want to get base. We'll go to, there's our, where is our bases? storage. There they are, large cargo containers. And now let's find my local storage, which will be the ones that are labeled in white. Here we go. And let's empty them out. Because we want to have all the space to do our stuff here. Come on. There we go. Excellent. That should be everything from my local inventories. A good way to check that is let's turn off our recharge, unlock from the base, and then check our inventories, and we're empty. Activate our grinders. And let's head on over to our down transport courier. Man, I'm excited about taking out some more ships. Like, this ship doesn't really have anything special on it, but there's other ships out here that are flying around every so often that have expensive stuff, like stuff with platinum on it. So theoretically, we could be a space pirate, and that would be our entire income of specific resources, is we could get them through being a pirate. But now, we'll fly on up and start grinding. Oh yeah. Salvage away. Gotta get a picture of that now, don't we? Oh, that looks beautiful. Come on, let's rearrange. Let's reposition that a little bit. Right there. Oh yeah. There's your thumbnail. Excellent. Alright. So it's going to take me a few minutes to get this all ground down. And then let's lay the groundwork for the grinder pit, so we don't have to do this manually again. And we're just about done eating this ship up. Man, that took like 8 minutes to fully grind down this ship. Just so many little components. But it's all worth it to get all this joyous stuff. But man, this thing made a hole in the ground when it landed. We'll definitely have to do some softer landings with future ships. Whatever we end up taking out. Alright, let's take a peek here with our third person. Do we get everything? There's that hunk of ice. Let's take a peek here. A little bit of scrap metal we can grab ourselves.
Inventory full.
We could
Inventory full.
transfer the ice ourselves here. Oh, unable to transfer to that inventory. That storage is full. Really? Is my ship completely full of components? That would be amazing if it is. This grinder could still have a bit. But yeah, the connector, the grinder, the cargo container, everything's full. Alright, that's good enough. Oh, this thing's a little sluggish now. Let's head back to base with our ill-gotten gains. So, I think that considering the base, the size that we have for what is essentially like my squares of how big I was doing those sections of the base, like counting out so many things, I think about 1 square would do fine for a salvage spot. Then I can, if it's bigger than that, I can use this ship to slice through the sections that are too large and, you know, make into manageable chunks that the base can eat. So let's come back over here and come in for a landing. And what we'll do is we'll actually just change these grinders back into welders, and we can just use the components that are currently on the ship to weld up the grinder pit. Lock up. Do that. Alright. Oh, right. The cockpit isn't connected to anything. I'll have to take that stuff out manually. That's annoying. Oh, well. That'll be fine. let's go take a look. So we've got the base's large cargo there. Where is my local cargo here? I need to offload a little bit. Let's go to some grinders. Oh, good. Did it offload already? Looks like it did. So the grinders are empty. So I should be able to take those grinders off. And take this stuff out of the cockpit. Alright, I think I can do that from my foot. Yes, I can. Excellent. Transfer it into the base. Why is my fighter cockpit getting this stuff? I'm so confused. Alright, because I picked up some of it when I was thinking I was going to salvage it with the fighter. Let's go get that out of the fighter. It definitely doesn't need to be there. No, you're not going to transfer? How did that even get into the fighter cockpit then? I'm so confused. Can I get it out this way? Ah, here, that's why I can get it out. And then I can just dump it into the base somehow. I'll dump it in through these drills. There we go. There we go. And these components, put them into large cargo. Okay, so for our little thing here, how big do we want to make it? And let's grab some components while we're here. Grabbed everything we need for some armor blocks. And we've got the grinders already on our bar. So, if I cut this base in half, the half mark of it is right here. Follow that around and place our block, just as a little marker. It doesn't seem like halfway, but I guess that's right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 until the end, because that's guaranteed where it's going to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, it's definitely not in the middle. What is going on? How do I want to build this then? I want to make this only part of the distance, so let's do it right there. That looks like it's the middle. We'll count the blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And over here, we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 until the end of it. Yes, maybe one block further. But this should be something like that. Excellent. Alright, so let's bring this out a few blocks. However far it should be. Probably the same distance of here as the towers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll turn the corner. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then bring it back. Is that going to line up with my thing, or is there going to be one over? It's going to be one over. This is okay. We'll figure out exactly where this is going to be. We might expand this in the future, but that is a nice little square that'll serve as our little grinding pit. Now, it's going to be a pit, so I need to mine out from the center of this a little bit. Let us grind it out with... let's just get the little miner for now. We don't need to make this a big thing yet. We just need to start placing the pit. How far down do I want to go? I'd like just that spot there with the height of the current outline to be like how high the outside of it is. But I feel like I need to go down a few blocks on the inside in order to get to a location where I can put down my grinders, and it is all good. I also want a little bit of a wall around the pit so that it is capable of keeping everything in place. So if I get back into here, ooh, this is quite nice already. For our grinders, what we need is them to be probably, if that is aligned there, probably be, so that'll be 1 down, say 2 down, say 3 down, so that they all align up and they have an actual, you know, pit to it and not just a little bowl. So let's take away to the edge. Very careful here. We don't want to take too far. And we'll just slowly grind away at the dirt around the base. Excellent. Alright, let's get one wall in position and see what it looks like, and then I'll do the rest of the walls off camera. So we're just going until we can barely see the bottom rung on those blocks. That way we'll be able to place our own blocks here. Oh, very nice wall. So we'll go 1, 2 down. We need to take a little bit more away. And keep going down with it. Ooh, this camera's way too far away. Alright. Making progress. And then underneath all of this, I'm going to have to pipe it all together. That's going to be the annoying bit. Although, thankfully, with these guys... Oh, no, I thought that they had some things on the side. I'm going to have to basically do like a layer of conveyor junctions on the floor, and then all of these will have to be placed on top of them. Man, this is actually going to be an expensive build. So then 3. Maybe 1 more down, and then that will be that. So we have a total of 4 blocks to the ceiling. And then underneath that will be the conveyor junction. So we need to go down another 2. There's another transport courier or something out there flying around. We could go hunt that down in the meantime. Alright. Gotten this drilled out a little bit more. Let's see what this is like. So this is another down. Then the drill will be... Oh, the grinder. Oh, they do have side-by-sides. Thank you. That was because it was a small ship thing that I was looking at. Okay, so we can get them so they're piped in rows. So we just need it here. That'll give us the grinder and then 3. Or we want to go 1 further down and then just have it grinder and 4. Oh yeah, that feels more like a pit if it's 4 down there. That feels like it's a pit. Okay, great. So now we can go to conveyors. And we'll conveyor junction the bottom of this. We need interior plates. Off we go to go grab some. So we can grab some. Aha, through there. Excellent. Ow. I ran into a thing, but I am still alive. That's all that matters. Conveyor junction. But I don't need to go that far, because if it's got a connector on here, then the next one over will connect to it. All I have to do is just have this as the bottom row. Aha! There we go. Alright, so that will work. all I gotta do now is mine this space out. Which is going to take me a very long while here. But in the meantime, let's go park this ship real quick. As I see another little ship that needs to go die. And it will be the first ship we use on our grinder pit. So we'll walk up, turn our batteries on recharge. We'll leave that bad boy there. Let's go get rid of what I'm carrying. And kick some ass. Hell yeah. Transport courier. Let's go see how he does. See if we can get this guy to come down a little bit gentler than the last one. Although gentle is not my style. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Alright, let's take a peek at him. Maybe a couple turrets? Right on the edges there? There's something. Yeah, we're taking some fire here. But we've got a fully charged shield, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, no, those aren't turrets on the edges. Those are thrusters. Excellent. Got that one. Let's get the top one. Excellent. All right. Turn off our... Ooh, hello. Exit camera view there. We've got its turrets. That's the only turrets this thing has. And what we'll do is we'll... Is it Alt-Z? I can't remember which one it is. Control-Z? Yeah, this one. It'll make my ship automatically... Whoa, follow it. Oh, right. I forgot about that aspect of the shields. You can't get close to another ship with it, or else they'll just bounce off of you. So these dampeners will automatically keep my ship hovering here and just follow this transport courier. And now I can get out. And let's salvage this. Okay, we can access it. Control panel. We can see that for turrets, there's none. Okay, so we just need to get to the cockpit, which we can cut right through the ceiling to get to it. Take down the flight seat. Hack it back up. And we can get in. Autopilot is enabled, though. We need to disable the autopilot, wherever it is. Remote control. Get rid of that. And now it's under our control. And the fun thing about this is our little ship is going to follow us home if we do this correctly, right? If I start flying back this way, yep, the little ship is staying with me. And it's flying its way home, too. You coming with the little ship? Oh, I guess it's not. Oh, it's too bad. Okay. I need to do something. This thing is flying. How much ice does it have? It has tons of ice. We need to get our little ship and set it on a correct trajectory here. Although realistically what I should do, I should probably take this thing home and then come back and get this, the salvage ship, because I have to go home and I gotta turn off my turrets and stuff as well, because if without those off, this is just gonna get shot to shit. So let's GPS from current position. We'll just leave that as Kanajashi 1 just temporarily. Let's fly home real quick here, and then we'll fly back up on our jetpack and come get the ship. We can fly back with our dampeners off to save some fuel. And I got the sound effect of burning or something stuck on, which is kind of annoying. Maybe something is taking damage on that ship. That well, I'll just have to repair up. But we could just take the ship. Who needs to salvage it? Who needs to grind it down? We can just take the whole thing and do what we wish with it. As we managed to not do too much damage to it before we went. Alright, get our turrets back on with that one shot they shoot. Park this thing up. And set it to sit there. What? Oh, from randomly falling down into my base. And let's go get that ship. And we have arrived. On the way here, I reloaded the game just to get rid of that stuck-on sound, which was very annoying. Get rid of the waypoint here, as we don't need it. And let's head on down to the main base. Something I forgot to do was turn off my turrets. So we're going to land this thing about 1 kilometer away from the base, as we don't want the base turrets to shoot it up. As I kind of like this ship, as, you know, I want to use it as salvage. The design of it is sort of ho-hum for, you know, actually using it as a ship. So I'd rather just salvage it in our new salvage pit eventually. But if I go in too close to the base, I have a feeling that they're going to shoot at the still enemy-controlled other parts of the ship. Like the various stuff. If we take a look at here, you know, possibly it'll shoot at it. They seem to have all sorts of stuff being white here. Oh, let's go give it a try. Let's see if my shield, my base defenses shoot me up. But we'll sort of just inch our way in, and at 800 meters, whether or not we'll get a huge bunch of fire coming our way, we'll back off immediately. There's the base. If we're going to start getting shots, it's going to happen any second now. You're going to shoot at me, base? Looks like we're good. Excellent. We have successfully pirated a relatively intact ship that we can use to grind down for materials here. We've done it. So let's bring this ship down and let's park it up. Oh, it has a connector on the bottom of it. Oh, how exciting. What I think I can do here is... Oh, there's a hole in the floor. This ship should have more than enough thrust to aim in any which direction. So let's take it off. And let's see if this ship is capable of... Are you capable of hovering on your side? Oh, no, you're not. Just barely not. Damn, I was going to connect it to the thing back here. How about hovering straight back? You should be able to do this. You've got a large thruster there, right? Hell yeah, you can. We're going to connect you straight back. Oh, and that'll also be a fun launch if I ever need to go into combat. I can just jump into this thing, undock, and just blast straight off. Okay, man. Come on, connector. Or aren't you aligned? What are you missing? There we go. And we'll connect. That is an awesome parking job for that thing. And then in the future, just undock and blast straight up. Excellent. And now we can park the big old ship up top here. Oh, that might not be enough space to do it. So let's throw the miner there. We'll do a little bit of maneuvering. Ow, a little bit hard landing there, but that's fine. Lock it there. Frame derps. Oh, something's loading in. Oh, ooh. Hunchback dropship. Okay, that's enough of trying to go hunt things down. Also, this will pull everything out of here. Some radio communication components and, ooh, some more advanced stuff. Although I seem to have all these various things, so that is fine. Okay, let's go park this thing. This thing is huge. Yay for salvage. I can hardly see the connector underneath all that. And the real question is the connector even like repaired and functional? It's not. Okay, we need stuff for a connector. We'll grab it right through here. Yeah, let's repair this bad boy up. There we go. Now it's connecting up. And let's just do it from here. We should be able to access this somehow. Can we not? Alright, we'll have to do it from inside the ship. Tis is fine. This is fine. Connector. Lock. Excellent. Okay. Now, the real question is that connector connected to the cargo. Seems to be. So it should drain this cargo out, as that is what this thing is set to. Yep, that is drained. That is drained. We'll take a look at the H2O2s. They're around here somewhere on this ship. H2O2 generator right here. That's a thruster. How can I access that H2O2? Probably is accessible through the top. Yep, here we go. Does this thing get drained? No, it didn't. So this is not connected to the grid here. But what we can do is we can drain these batteries, because we don't need these batteries. So we'll look at the local batteries. And let's discharge from them. And I kind of want fully depleted in 17 hours. That is fine. These things will just discharge all day and night. So that'll power our base a little bit longer as we get the grinding bay set up. And I don't want to get rid of them completely, because we're going to want to be able to fly the ship over to it and sort of just gently place it in the hole, and then it'll get gobbled up by it. Alright, so I think we're reaching the end of what we want to do in this episode. We managed to pirate 2 of these ships. We got one mostly intact by just shooting off the turrets, and then, well, it's all because in the first one we learned that there was no interior turrets. So after shooting off the exterior ones, we were confident to be able to board this ship and take it over from its remote control. And now we have a ship. We could, I guess we could theoretically outfit this thing with a bunch of guns and make it into a new ship, but nah, I want to grind it down as a use for our pit, which I'm going to grind out in between episodes here. I'll get this pit nice and deep and then fill it with grinders, and then when we get back to it, we'll weld it all up, and then we'll run the piping into the base, and it will be glorious. But until then, that's going to be it for Space Engineers. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.